Hey everybody, I'm MatadorPhilip. Welcome to another episode of Balance and Bullshit with
HipsterMermaid!
We're here throwing down some science for you guys, and I realized I'm wearing the exact same shirt that I wore the last time we filmed this, so I'm gonna be...
It's been like 2 weeks.
It's been like a couple of weeks, and like what, we filmed like 4 episodes then?
Yeah, we filmed like
So there's
4
gonna be like
episodes.
7 or 8 episodes of this where I'm wearing the exact same shirt.
Stylish.
I'm cool with it.
Hey, it looks good on him.
It does. I like this shirt. But today we're going to talk a little bit about whey protein because a video that I did a couple weeks ago, which I believe was the one about, let's see, it was the one that I did about workout supplements. That's right. And somebody was asking me a couple of questions about whey protein, and I wasn't very satisfied with my answer, and I realized like I didn't quite have like enough time to bullet point everything because you can't just like... It's not a quick blurb of an answer to explain what whey protein is because there's still a lot of misconceptions about what it is. Like I've heard people say, like refer to it as a drug. Like people classify whey protein in the same way you classify like a steroid, which is absolutely not the case.
But I mean, like that was a really popular misconception in the 90s, I think.
Mm-hmm. Because like
I don't know where it came from because I was a child.
Yeah, and I think because I still remember like, oh, what was it in 50 First Dates? Sean Astin's character was always talking about his protein shakes, and they were steroids that he was taking.
Those were steroids.
So I think protein shake used to be code for steroid, and it's not. Now it's actually a protein shake. So
yeah,
you know that conception still hasn't quite left. So did a little bit of research on whey protein because I wanted to talk about a few things. And I realized I don't know everything about it. I didn't know like the process of... I don't know the process of how it was made and all that, so I did some research and I learned some stuff. It was educational.
And then you told me and then I learned.
I did. Well, I learned a lot of things I didn't know. Like I knew it was derived from milk. Like whey protein comes from cow's milk, so that's step 1.
Which is why it's not vegan. Yes,
it is not vegan. That's step 1 in things you need to know about whey protein is that it's derived from cow's milk, which actually has 2 proteins in it. There's whey and there's casein. Casein or casein. I don't know how you pronounce that. But it's not my job.
When he said that, I felt so dumb. Because of course it comes from milk, because there's the nursery rhyme.
The curds and whey. Little Miss Muffet sat in a tuffet, eating her
eating
curds and whey.
And those are both parts of milk.
Little Miss Muffet sat in a tuffet getting jacked, man.
Please continue.
Anyway, there's a separation process, or it's not so much a purification process, it is to separate the whey from everything else. I also learned that whey is a byproduct of cheese making. You separate those two parts from the milk. You get the curds and the whey. So that's a thing I didn't know, so now I know that. I don't know how it's useful, but now I know it. So what else did I find out? So obviously it's not vegan friendly, like I said, but it's also not necessarily harmful to someone who's lactose intolerant because it's less than 1% lactose, I found out. But don't just go out and consume it just because I said that. You should probably, if you're lactose intolerant, you should probably talk to your doctor on that one.
Talk to your doctor.
So as always, as is everything, like with anything that either of us say, don't just take our word for anything.
We're not certified nutritionists. We're not certified trainers, we're not doctors, we're just people trying to figure out how to live better.
Mm-hmm. And whey protein also contains all 9 essential amino acids, which is another thing that I learned. And I'll probably do another episode later on where we talk about those because that's very complicated and I don't quite know how to explain it.
But why it is important that they have all 9.
Mm-hmm. It's important that you have those because, like, the body it gets a lot of amino acids. Like, it naturally produces some of them it gets from the things that you eat. But there are some amino acids, 9 of them to be exact, that your body doesn't manufacture, and those are called the essential amino acids.
Those are things you have to get through stuff that you eat.
Yep, you have to consume those, and whey protein has all 9 of them, and all of those acids are very good for building strength in the body, like building bone strength and building muscle strength. Like, your body uses them to build itself up more efficiently and to build itself up better. So whey has all of those, so that's a really good thing, obviously.
So it's just basically like pure protein in its purest form.
Yep. It's really, really great for building muscle. Like one thing I will say though, like a lot of people have said like eating whey protein does not build muscle. Like working out and then eating whey protein at the proper time, that will help you build muscle more efficiently.
And it doesn't make you bulk.
No, it does not. It doesn't make you beefy. It just helps you, it helps your body along with its natural process of building muscle. You won't get more muscle than you normally would. You'll just build muscle a little bit quicker. It'll be built a little more efficiently. And like it just gives your body more to work with when it's building muscle after a workout.
Can I expand upon that a little bit? Or were you going to...
No, please do.
Okay.
I was rapidly running out of things to say.
The way that building muscle, especially in fitness, works is when you work out, what you're actually doing is you're damaging and you're tearing your muscle. When you're exerting yourself physically, you're actually ripping it apart and breaking it down. And that's key, because then the recovery process is actually where you build muscle. That's where the muscle then repairs itself and builds upon the old structure to make it stronger than it was before. Theoretically, so you can't tear it down again, but you can and you will, because you want to get fit and lean. So in order to build back the muscle, which is what you're doing when you're not working out. When you're not working out, when you've done your stretches and you're just going throughout the rest of your day, or you're on your rest day, or you're sleeping at night, your body is rebuilding that muscle. That's why you're sore all the time. So the things that the body needs to rebuild muscle is protein. That's what it gets the most fuel out of when it's rebuilding. It can rebuild more efficiently when you have enough protein.
And those amino acids.
Yes, specifically those amino acids from protein. So really, that's why whey protein is so popular post-workout, because it's just pure protein. It gives your body that straight jack of fuel that you need to build the muscle back up, because your body's deficient at that point. After your workout, you're spent. You've got very little left for your body to work with, so you've got to refuel it. You've got to fill the tank again. And whey protein is a very quick and easy way to do it. Some people can eat a chicken breast after the workout. Some people can consume like half a pound of lean meat. I can't. Most people can't. Most people find that really hard to do, like stomach-wise. So that's what whey protein and protein shakes are there for, to get like straight-up protein right after your workout.
So it's a really good thing to have on hand. And there are a couple different types of it, I found out. Like, well, I've known this for a while, but I found out there are 3 types of whey protein. There's whey protein concentrate, which is the most common one. That's what, like, your average whey protein powder is going to be. And then there is whey protein isolate, which basically, like, the process that is put through to separate the whey from the rest of the milk. Whey protein isolate is put through that a second time, so it's like a slightly more purer form of whey. It's like 90% protein, as opposed to like 75 or 80%, I think, is for concentrate. So it's just like a slightly more pure form of protein. So it's a little more expensive. I haven't actually tried one. I've heard they're really good. I've heard really good things about them. What?
I was fiddling with, there's a hole in my jeans, I was fiddling with the tassels, and I accidentally ripped some off while you were talking, and I just looked up at the camera, I was like,
Oops.
Please keep going.
Anyway, there's a third type, which I actually don't know all that much about. Like, I had to look up stuff on it to find out what it's for, because I don't know what the difference is. It's called whey protein hydrolysate, I believe is how you say it. Apparently, it's not super helpful for post-workout. It's not much different. It's not much better or worse. I think it's just more easily digested by your body. Like, it's they call it, like, pre-digested. I don't know what that means. Like, it has extra enzymes in there that have kind of kick-started the process of breaking it down. But it's apparently useful for medical formulas and for infant formulas. Like, for instances in which you're not going to be doing, like, in which your body's not going to be working extra hard to absorb all the stuff. Like, like when you just need protein.
That makes sense.
I don't know. I don't think that's very helpful for workouts. So look at whey concentrate or whey protein isolate is what I would say. And like I said, it is not a steroid. It's just a completely natural, side effect-free way to build muscle. Like the way we both usually do it is, like, we'll have a protein shake, which is basically just a scoop of whey powder and some coconut milk. After, like, for me, it's like anywhere within 30 minutes to an hour after I get back from the gym. And for you, I think it's about an hour after your workout, usually.
Usually it's like 30 minutes to an hour, because sometimes it'll be right before I shower, sometimes it'll be right after I shower.
And so, like, we just like pour a scoop into a mason jar and then fill it up with coconut milk and just shake it around for a little bit, and then you just drink it. You can do whatever you want with it.
Sometimes it's weird. Whey powder doesn't, like, blend super well.
It doesn't.
Especially when you get the really good kind, like the kind that doesn't have a bunch of additives to it, because whey in and of itself isn't like it clumps. It clumps together, so it doesn't blend together really well naturally. So if you get a whey protein powder that blends super well, look at the ingredients, because it's probably got some gross additives in it that made it do that. So that's what a lot of people get deterred by whey protein, is that it's lumpy to drink. That sounds so gross, but I mean, you get over it.
Especially if it's good stuff with a good flavor.
Oh, yeah.
Like we get she has a coconut flavor and I have a vanilla flavor.
Show what
I'm
we get.
getting into it. I'm getting into it.
Okay.
But this is the stuff that I use. This is this is from SFH. It's their pure formula, so it's vanilla flavor. And let's look at the kind of the information on the back, just so I can give you guys kind of an idea of because some people.
Go ahead.
I was going to say because like the one person who did comment on my last video was a little bit concerned about like what's the calorie count, like if you drink a whey protein shake on a day when you're not working out, will you gain weight from it?
No.
No, you won't. Let's see. Per serving, this is 120 calories.
Which is one scoop.
Yes, one scoop is one serving. 24 grams of protein, which if you're on like a 2,000 calorie a day diet is like almost 50% of your daily protein requirement.
That's a really, you want to be looking for 20 to 25 grams worth of protein in a protein powder. Like that's the target. You want less than 5 grams of sugar. You want less than 10 grams of carbs. Like you don't want very many carbs, you don't want very many grams, like super minimal.
Yeah, this has 3 grams of carbohydrates.
Yeah, I think it was like less than 5 grams of sugar or carbs.
And like 1 gram of fat.
Fat doesn't really matter.
Mm-hmm.
Like fat's not bad, but you're looking for 20 to 25 grams of protein and almost no sugar. The less sugar, the better. How much does ours have?
Let's see. Sugar, I don't think it has any.
So
it uses like a slight amount of stevia.
But like... Okay.
Which I believe is where the carbohydrates come from.
Yeah.
And so
less than 5 grams of carbs, you're good.
Yep. So the only ingredients in this are whey concentrate, natural vanilla flavor, sunflower lecithin, and stevia. And that's it.
Cool.
And like obviously since it comes from milk, like we did a lot of research when we were picking out brands, which I will say that like the nicer stuff can be a little bit more expensive. Like these can be anywhere from like $45 to $60 for a single bag, but that'll last you about a month. It's like 30 servings worth. Mm-hmm. And this comes from grass-fed, free-range cows, so you know that it's free of like anything.
No hormones added.
Artificial man-made crap.
Antibiotics or anything like that, which is very important to us in our diet. We like to avoid anything that, like basically hormones, additives, antibiotics in animals that we consume or animal byproducts that we consume. We avoid that entirely. We go out of our way to avoid it, which is why we ended up really liking this brand in particular, is because they are really, really good about ethically sourcing their whey. You
can get it online or you can get it at Whole Foods. I know for sure carries it.
Yep.
But I don't know what other stores carry it, but you can also check it out. Like, well, I will link it in the description down below. Mm-hmm.
They're a cool company. You should go check them out anyways.
Yeah.
They've got pre-workout formulas. They've got all different kinds of categories of whey protein. His was a pure. Mine is fuel, which is just very slightly different from his. But mine's coconut flavored. Is anyone surprised?
You and your coconut.
If you know me, you know that that's my jam. So mine is different in that it has more fiber and stuff like that. Mine has slightly less protein per serving. Mine has like 20 grams as opposed to his has 25 or closer to 25. But I like the flavor of this better, so that's what I go for.
So that's really all there is to say about whey protein right now. And like I said, I had to do a little bit of research to figure out more about it, and I learned a lot along the way. So hopefully we were able to pass some of that knowledge on to you.
The long and the short is it's not a drug.
Yep.
You will not gain weight just by drinking it. It's not going to make you bulky. It's not there to bulk up your body and make you puffy.
It's there to supplement what you're doing with your body normally.
Mm-hmm. It's just fuel for your body's muscle building recovery. It builds lean muscle. It helps you build bulky muscle if that's what you're looking for. It's just protein.
Because I know, like I've said, there are a lot of people who don't know what whey protein does, which I was in the exact same boat. Like when I first got started with saying like, hey, I want to actually start working out more consistently and actually start becoming a fitter person and really dedicating my life more to living a life of fitness and wellness. Mm-hmm. And it's hard to do that because if you haven't done it before, you have no idea what the hell you're talking about. And you try stepping into this world of fitness and sports supplements and athletic supplements and whey powders and protein isolates. And you're like, what is this? What is happening?
That you don't understand.
So hopefully I was able to break it down so that made a little bit more sense for some people, because that's the kind of thing that I want to do with this channel, is kind of try to explain things that have to do with fitness and health and wellness just in a way that isn't overwhelming. Because Lord knows there's too much of that out there.
No kidding.
So I'm done rambling about whey protein. Hopefully you've enjoyed this episode of Balance and Bullshit, and we'll be back later on this week with another episode. So until then, we'll see you guys later.
Bye.
So we're going to talk a little bit about that and how I kind of think it's a load of shit. So, and there go like half the people who are watching are just like, nope.
Dislike.
So basically macronutrients are those three